Hi, guys, it's me, Pete Smith. I just wanted to continue a little bit with this topic of Netflix and the 45 pages of terms of use and privacy. Okay? That was really bothering me, and I was wondering why, and I'm thinking, I want to access the Netflix library. And then it hit me library. Library! We have an option. We can go to the library. We can take out DVDs now and movies and books and TV shows. And yeah, it's all there for us. And it's supported by us. We've already paid taxes for it. It's free. Hey, guess what? You can go get a library card. You know what? You know how I got this card? I walked into the library. I said I'd like a library card. They said, "Do you have any identification?" I gave them my license. I got my library card. Huh. Who would figure, you know? I didn't have to sign 45 pages of lawyerly gobbledygook. No. I loved the library. When I was a kid, I used to go down to the East Orange Public Library, East Orange, New Jersey, right on the corner of Dodd Street and Colonial Terrace. Some of you may remember it. Beautiful little red brick building. And I used to go in there and just wander around. It was a wonderful, wonderful place. There were books and there were magazines and there were big books and little books. You remember the big books were down low and the little books were up high. And how do you figure out all the numbers and using that card catalog? It was fun. And there was artwork all over the place. And then there was like they would show movies sometimes and it was just a great place. I had my first acting job in the library. Yeah, this girl, she was a couple years older, and she took all the little kids, and she wanted us to do a play. So she gave me a part, and yeah, it was Billy Goat's Gruff, and I think I was a Billy Goat Gruff, actually. So, I mean, I love the library, and that reminded me of it. This Netflix thing. I'm like, hey, Pete, your alternative. Just go to the library, and now you don't even have to go. You can just stay at home a lot of times and just download stuff. They got this cool, you don't even have to leave the house now. I mean, it's nice to go to the library though and support them. But anyway, so listen, I went online and I thought, let me see what the library says about privacy. And guess what I found? Here, I'll show you. This is what the library says about privacy.
Okay, so here we are on Wikipedia, and we're on the topic of public library, and it says privacy. And it says the examples and perspectives in this section deal primarily with the USA and not a worldwide view. Okay. In the United States, libraries are responsible for supporting the First Amendment and how it relates to their facilities through policies such as the American Library Association's Library Bill of Rights. The right to freedom of speech and information is significant to public libraries. One way of upholding this doctrine is to protect the privacy of all patrons that belong to a library. The concept of confidentiality is important because the First Amendment may be violated if a patron's information could possibly be shared. Citation needed. Patrons may not feel free to check out certain materials for fear it would later be revealed. Members of society need to be reassured that even if they borrow controversial or embarrassing materials, their privacy will be upheld. A policy stating a library's view on privacy should be created and displayed where patrons can see when they enter the building. Some libraries require staff to talk about confidentiality or direct the patron to literature on the subject when creating a new library card for patrons.
How about that, right? 2 paragraphs on privacy, and they both protect you. Okay? They talk about the First Amendment twice, they mention that. And they talk about being able to view or take out material that's maybe controversial or could be embarrassing, and that your privacy is a concern, is the concern. So, privacy from the library is your privacy is the concern, not giving up your privacy. Okay? Now, let's take a look at something that they call the Library Bill of Rights.
The Library Bill of Rights. The Library Bill of Rights was adopted by the American Library Association Council on June 19, 1939. It was amended, blah, blah, blah. 1. Books and other library resources should be provided for the interest, information, and enlightenment of all people of the community the library serves. Materials should not be excluded because of the origin, background, or views of those contributing to their creation. 2. Libraries should provide materials and information presenting all points of view on current and historical issues. Materials should not be proscribed or removed because of partisan or doctrinal disapproval. This kind of reminds me of the removing of statues, historical statues. Okay, 3. Libraries should challenge censorship in the fulfillment of their responsibility to provide information and enlightenment. So libraries should actually challenge censorship. 4. Libraries should cooperate with all persons and groups concerned with resisting the abridgment of free expression and free access to ideas. That's so great. 5. A person's right to use a library should not be denied or abridged because of origin, age, background, or views. That's good. 6. Libraries which make exhibit spaces and meeting rooms available to the public they serve should make such facilities available on an equitable basis, regardless of the beliefs or affiliations of individuals or groups requesting their use. So, there you have it, your Library Bill of Rights.
How about that? 6 sentences, 6 little paragraphs. Okay? And that's the Bill of Rights for the library. And guess what it tells you? It tells the library how they have to respect people's differences of opinion. And they have to respect the fact that not everyone's the same. And they have to respect the fact that they can't deny people from looking at literature that may be historical or maybe they don't agree with. No, it should all be there for people to see and accept or not accept. It doesn't matter, but it needs to be there, okay? You can't just cover it. You can't just throw it out. You can't just tear it down, okay? You got to keep it. We want diversity. Well, this is diversity, okay? Other opinions. Come on, people. Get like the library here. Okay, enough of that. Now listen, I'm just telling you, this is an alternative to Netflix, your public library. So support your public library. Let's keep the library alive, people. All right. And one other thing. This brought me to an idea for a future video about Netflix, which is capitalism. So the idea is about capitalism versus a social program like the library. Because I've always been like, capitalism is the way to go, like, and less government, less government. But now I'm thinking, like, the library is a pretty good thing. And that's a government thing. So there are some good things, and so that's a topic for a whole nother rant, I suppose. But having said that, let's all go out to our libraries and pay them a visit, say hello to the nice people there. And by the way, I do still have Netflix, and I do watch it occasionally because I did check the I agree box. So it's just the way it is. This is Pete Smith saying so long, and be safe, everyone.